It was a very hard Giro, but you ended it on a high with a great stage win in the Town Trial.
Yeah, it was. Giro is always the hardest race. That's what we predicted. So, but it was a little bit easier for me in the fact that I had this final stage to aim at. So then, even when it was really hard, I kind of kept in my head, I got Milan.
You're a little bit doubtful. You said about how your form would be mentally and physically going into the Town Trial. Were you good today?
Well, it's very hard to tell because the moment you start to take it easy as such, you start to feel terrible. It's very hard to take it easy when you're doing like 7-hour days, 8-hour days, and you're crossing big mountain passes. So you lose that ability to know whether you're actually going good or not because you're always in the last group. So yeah, I was nervous. I was nervous coming into it.
What was it like? It was long straight, but there were some nasty corners with tram lines and cobbles and things.
Yeah, I had a bit of a problem with the corners. Normally they're my strongest point, but I was actually surprisingly weak in those because my crash that I had 10 days ago, which was on my own in a corner, was going too fast. I think I overestimated my cornering abilities there, and that's kind of taken my edge away. But then afterwards it was just long straights, and it was very much like the Commonwealth Games in Delhi. It was just like put my head down and focus on maintaining a pace that I could hold for as long as I could.
You had a long wait for Contador to come in as well, to know that you definitely won it.
Yeah, well, I spent 14 years as a professional enduring those long waits, so I try my best to manage it, but I still sit there convincing myself I'm going to get beaten. So I never believe it until it happens, and by that point, when I do win it, it doesn't feel like I've won it because I've already convinced myself that I haven't won it. So that's the joy of being a time trialist.
It must be a great way to end the hard race. You suffered for 3 weeks. You said you wanted a stage, and you got it. So.
Yeah, no, I'm very proud of it, and my team. I think we've had a great race, and unfortunately missing some of my dear friends in Tyler and Maddie Wilson, but for different reasons they had to go home. But still, I think for us it's been a great race, and we're all on the tour.
And an emotional race as well. I mean, you had the pink jersey when Walter Wayland passed away, unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean it was almost it represented nothing for me, the pink jersey. There was no celebration. No, it isn't something I have, but I don't have any very strong memories of it. But it's got to do with Walter's death, and so it's quite poignant in a way. So today this was I can celebrate this, but there was no celebration.
And you hope that perhaps his death can help things for the rider safety in the future, and perhaps create more dialogue between riders and organisers?
Well, I think it's time we all grew up as riders, but also team management and the UCI and race organisers, and we started to perhaps. I mean, I'd like us to try and have a debriefing after this race, and sit down and have representatives from the peloton, representatives from team management, representatives from the UCI, representatives from our RCS, and find the good points of this race and also the bad points, and try and move forward from that. And before we even get to the presentation in October of the race, have kind of come to some sort of agreement, and then rather than the race starting in May next year and us all slagging each other off in the media and making decisions the day before a stage, because I think our sport's bigger than that, and I think we should start acting bigger than that.
And you've just got a few weeks now until the Tour de France. Or you got a break first, and then start getting ready for that.
I got a break, but it's all going to be quite frantic with my book launch. So I've had a crazy time in London next week, and I'm looking forward to that.
When's the book out? Exactly what day is it published?
June the 16th is the publication day. It's coming off the presses on Thursday, so I actually get to see it.